All right, buckle up, because we're diving into a theory so wild it'll make your head spin faster than a facehugger latching onto its next victim. Forget everything you thought you knew about ancient Egypt cats on pedestals, sun gods, and fancy tombs. What if I told you the pyramids weren't built by human hands or even for human kings? What if there's something far darker? Fossilized xenomorph hives, raised by a civilization that didn't worship fluffy felines but bowed to acid-dripping, chest-bursting nightmares straight out of the cosmos? Yeah, you heard me. The xenomorphs built the pyramids, and the truth's been buried deeper than a pharaoh's sarcophagus. Until now. Let's set the stage. Ancient Egypt, thousands of years ago. Sand, Nile floods, and a people obsessed with the afterlife, or so we're told. But look closer at those pyramids. Massive, precise, alien in their perfection. No cranes, no forklifts, just blocks of stone hauled across deserts like it's nothing. Historians say it's human ingenuity, slaves and ramps, but that's a cozy little lie. Those structures aren't tombs, they're hives, petrified over millennia, built by creatures that don't sweat, don't tire, and don't care about OSHA regulations. Xenomorphs, those sleek biomechanical terrors from the stars, didn't just visit Egypt, they ruled it. The Egyptians didn't domesticate cats because they were cute. They revered them as echoes of the predators they served, all hissing jaws and claw-sharp reflexes. That's no house cat on those temple walls. It's a tribute to the real gods of Giza. Now let's talk hieroglyphs. Scholars call them stories of kings and harvests. But crack the code, and it's a horror show. Those bird-headed figures? Not deities' warnings. Carvings of eggs, curled spines, and elongated skulls aren't abstract art. They're panic-etched sketches of facehuggers, chest-bursters, and full-grown xenomorphs stalking the dunes. The Ankh, symbol of life? Flip it upside down. It's a ribcage splitting open. The scarab beetle rolling its dung? A nod to eggs hatching in the dark. These weren't prayers. They were screams on stone. A civilization begging for mercy from overlords who didn't speak, didn't negotiate, just hunted. The pyramids rose as nurseries for their queens, each chamber a breeding ground, each sloping wall a trap for anyone dumb enough to wander in. So where's the proof? Why aren't we digging up alien skeletons instead of mummies? Enter the engineers, those pale, godlike creeps from Prometheus. They didn't just seed life, they cleaned up messes. When the xenomorphs got out of hand, maybe a queen went rogue, maybe the Egyptians tried to rebel, the engineers swooped in. They torched the hives, turned them to stone with some freaky tech, and scrubbed the evidence. The mummies? Decoys. The gold? Distractions. They rewrote the story, left us with a fairy tale about pharaohs and afterlife boats, all while the real history fossilized under tons of sand. But they missed the hieroglyphs, too many, too scattered, and that's where the truth leaks out, if you're brave enough to look. Think about it. The pyramids align with stars. Why? Not for some mystical vibe, but because that's where the xenomorphs came from, their homeworld blinking in the night sky. The desert preserves them, silent and waiting, while we stumble around calling it archaeology. And the engineers? They're still watching, making sure we don't dig too deep, don't wake what's sleeping in those limestone crypts. Every time a tomb's unsealed, every curse muttered about, it's not superstition, it's instinct, a whisper of what we've forgotten. This isn't just a theory, it's a wake-up call. The xenomorphs didn't vanish, they left a monument to their reign, and we've been tourists in their graveyard ever since. Next time you see a pyramid, don't think majesty, think hive. Don't think cats, think claws. And when the shadows move just wrong, ask yourself, did the engineers really get them all? Or are we one careless excavation away from the sequel?